What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for Lines.com, PlayPicks.com. Going to talk to you about the second Monday Night Football game between the Bills and the 49ers. As always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Really do appreciate the support. And while you're here, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comments how you are going to play this game. Should be a good one, and this line has been all over the place. As you can see right here, guys, we've got a full written breakdown over the line, so be sure and click on that. Just go to the top, NFL, go to the Week 13 odds tab, and then hit Monday Night Football, MNF, right there. You'll come to this handy-dandy page where we have a written breakdown of the game. Also, our player prop tool, which is pretty awesome, is just embedded in this page. So literally, you can just type in any name you want to, and then boom, it'll pop up his player props and things like that. So certainly something you want to take advantage of whenever you're over here on the site. So be sure and definitely do that whenever you're stopping by. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at the lines. Like I said, things have been all over the place with this one. Sitting at 1.5 right now at DraftKings, and I say right now because by the time you watch this, who knows where this thing is going to be. 1.5, 47.5 on the total. But look here at FanDuel, 2.5, 47.5 on the total. And then we head over here to MGM, and it's at 1. So 47.5. So we have 1.5, we have 2.5 out there right now. So all over the place with this thing, and you can tell this thing has actually been moving back and forth all over the place since it got going. So if you can click on this at DraftKings stats, you go to betting trends, you can scroll down, you can see, I mean, this was at 3 on the opener, gets down to 1, and then it just has toggled back and forth with who's the favorite and who's the dog that many times. You can see this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different times this number's flipped between +1 and -1. So all kinds of people coming in and trying to let you know where they think this thing should be. But we do sit at 1.5 right now at DraftKings, at least in favor of the 49ers. I'll flip back over here and let you read along here with some of this stuff as we get going. Listen, this is a battle of, strengths and weaknesses. And we look at both of these offenses, they're both middle of the pack. So that's not really what we're going to be looking at here. I mean, you look at the Buffalo offense, DVOA 16th. You look at the San Francisco offense, DVOA 19th. Pro Football Focus says 15th on San Francisco. It says 21st on Buffalo. So middling to lower middling when it comes to offense right now. Looking at the pass offense for the Bills, much better than their run offense. 15th and 16th, PFF and DVOA. But you look at the rush offense, 22nd DVOA, 32nd. If you look at their rush defense, it's pretty bad. So look, what we're trying to do here is where can we get an advantage? The advantage is going to lie in the rush offense of the 49ers against the run defense of the Bills, where again, PFF ranks their rush defense. Bills rush defense, dead last, 32nd is where they rank them. Against, can the 49ers stop this Buffalo Bills high-powered pass attack? Where we look, and I'll scroll down so you can continue to read along here on this thing, where the Bills are sitting 8th overall. In offense, they're sitting 6th DVOA pass. They're sitting 7th DVOA pass according to PFF. According to PFF grades. So, we're looking at a very pass-heavy team that cannot run the football really at all. But here's the thing about McDermott, which is pretty sharp. He doesn't try to square peg round hole, right? So he understands that they can't run the ball very well. So they just throw a lot. Or when they do run, who's running it? Josh Allen is running it a lot. He's had at least 27% of their carries since week 6 or something like that. It's been insane. But it works for them. And so can the San Francisco pass defense slow down this pass offense that has been very, very successful so far? Again, when you look, yards per pass, 6th overall in the league. Early down EPA, 7th overall. Early down success rate, 4th overall. Explosive passes, 5th overall. So I think the Bills kind of under the radar. Maybe if you pay a ton of attention, you know that this pass offense is really good. But if you haven't been paying attention, kind of under the radar, one of the better pass offenses in all the league. Now, John Brown is on IR, won't be out there, but Gabriel Davis has stepped up and really filled that void quite nicely. You still have Steph Diggs. You still have Cole Beasley. So they're not going to try to run it a million times into the center of the 49ers line. They're just not going to do it. That's not what they do. However, the PFF grade on their pass defense for the 49ers side is 4th overall. DVOA is a little off from what PFF says. They're 14. They say 14th. But it's going to be strength in the Buffalo pass offense against a strength in the 49ers pass defense against strength 49er rush offense. Weakness, however, Bills rush defense. So there is at least, as far as the matchups go, there is at least an advantage on the 49ers side because we do have that rush offense going up against this rush defense where people have been able to gash them. They've been going to town on this team all year long. Explosive runs, 28th in the league, the Buffalo Bills. So 15-plus yard runs, they're 28th. Only 4 teams worse. So one of the things we have to try and decipher here is that going to be enough, the run game, to overcome what we expect to be a game in which the Buffalo Bills will be able to move the ball through the air. Listen, as good as the pass defense has been for the 49ers, it is still a super, super strength of this Bills offense being able to move the ball through the air. So while they will struggle at times, I expect a couple of 3-and-outs. I do expect some points in this game as well, and I think the 49ers offense will have a ton of success as well against this Bills run defense. So let's come over here. Let's look at some player props. And with all of that, what it has me on here is, and you can see it's juiced to 130. Let's see what we can get at any of these other. So 31 is at 110. And then if we go to the player props over here at BetMGM, we can take a look right quick. And Josh Allen's 29.5. So you can see he's over here 29.5, but it's juiced to 130. 29.5, we can get 115 over here. I'm taking the over on Josh Allen rushing yards in this game. Josh Allen, like I said, has had nearly a 27% share of the rushing attempts for this Bills team. And it's because they can't run the ball traditionally, and so they do a bunch of designed runs. And also Josh Allen's not afraid to tuck it and run it as well. And for whatever reason, there's theories out there as to why this is, but we're just going to go with what we do know. The 49ers have given up nearly 5 yards per carry to quarterbacks this year, 4.87 or something like that. And they've given up the most rushing yards to quarterbacks on the season. Again, there's a bunch of theories as to why that is, but let's just stick to what we do know, and the fact that quarterbacks have a ton of success running the ball against the 49ers defense. So with that, we're going to take the over 29.5 over here on BetMGM. Josh Allen has gotten to this threshold a ton of times throughout the course of this season, and in this matchup, definitely like him to get there again. So over 29.5 on Josh Allen rush yards is where I feel pretty confident on that. One of the other things that I'm going to be doing is touchdown scorer. And as we talked about, the rush defense of this Bills team is so bad. And if I'm going to get plus money on Mostert, who we expect to be the lead back. Now, Shanahan could throw us for a curveball here, but we expect Mostert to be the lead back. I expect points in this game. I'm getting plus money on an anytime score on Raheem Mostert, and I'm going to take it at plus 105 as well. So the theory being here, they're going to stick to their strength, which is running the ball. They're going to stick to against a weakness of the defense, which is the run defense. They go with their guy, which is Raheem Mostert, now that he's nice and healthy, and with him getting the bulk of the carries. And certainly, look, Tevin Coleman's going to be active. He'll probably get a handful of carries as well. Will they use Jeff Wilson? Whatever. I mean, they've got a whole stable of backs, as we know. Expect Mostert to be the lead guy, and with that, anytime score at plus money on him against this bad run defense is something I'm going to be on as well. As far as the line goes, so I actually have both sides of this thing in a teaser, because with the line bobbing back and forth, I was able to, in a game that I expect to be pretty close, I was able to get both sides. So I actually have the Bills at 8.5, because you can, as you see, 2.5 right here. I have the Bills at plus 8.5. And then I also have 49ers. When this thing, a day ago, when they were the 1-point dog, I actually have them at plus 7. Closing out with teasers that I had on the Packers. So a couple of legs closing out for me tonight. That being said, listen, there's some correlation here depending on how you want to go about this. I mean, look, if you believe that there is going to be, a close game in this, you could get the Bills at plus 8.5, and then you could take the under. I mean, you could tease this in the same game, right, and take the under and get this thing up to 53.5, and then you have 8.5 on a game that you think's close, and you'll be taking the under as well. If you think it's tight, of course, if you think it's tight, that's how we would go about that. If you think this thing is going to kind of shoot out, I don't know if you want to play a same game teaser in this, because things could get really variant, right? If you think it's going to completely shoot out, higher scoring games, certainly ones that are a lot more variance in the final scores and whatnot. So don't know if I would go there if that's how I was leaning on all this. I can tell you this. I also have an over ticket on 46.5. It's up to 47.5 right now. I still like points in this game. It is just not as appealing to me now at 47.5 as it was before, but I do like a lot of points in this game. Like I said, what happens whenever you pass the ball as much as the Bills do? Incompletion stop the clock. Also, when you pass as much as they do, you move the ball down the field faster. You get chunk plays. You might even get a splash play, for a quick score. You also leave yourself open to turnovers whenever you throw as much as they do. And look, Josh Allen's been much better about that this year than he has in years past, but he is still not the most ball control quarterback that there is. We know that. He actually leads the league in turnover-worthy plays so far this year, according to Pro Football Focus. Now, that doesn't mean those have equaled turnovers, but throws that could have been picked or whatever, however they deem the turnover-worthy plays with things, Josh Allen actually leads the league when it comes to that. And so short fields help with overs. Of course, pick sixes and strip sacks, stuff like that help with overs as well. We also have a couple of aggressive coaches, which also help with overs, because we don't want them settling for field goals whenever they could go for it on 4th and 1, So I like points in this game. I have both sides of the teaser here. Listen, here's another thing. We have a Tuesday night game, so you could open a teaser with the Bills at 8.5. And you could come back on the Tuesday night game, or we're already getting lines into week 14 right now, right? So you could get Bills at 8.5 now and pair it up in a teaser leg with one of the other games. By the way, there's a ton of games this week that are teaser eligible and that you could kind of close out with as well. I mean, we can just look real quick right here, but you can see as we head into week 14, you get the Bills right here up to 8.5. Do you want the Ravens down tomorrow night, down to 2.5? You could do that. You could get, as we scroll down, you can see another eligible, Packers down to 1.5. Do you want to do that? Do you want to take the Bears up to 8.5? I mean, up to 7.5 probably wouldn't go there, but Chiefs down to 1.5 against the Dolphins. So again, there's just tons of different Titans down to 1.5 against the Jags. So you could open the teaser tonight with the Bills and pair it into next week with a ton of different options that are out there. As you can see, there's just so many different options that are available in week 14 for teaser legs as well. So definitely love that angle in this game. As it sits right now, I don't have a lean one way or the other as far as the spread. I mean, this thing has been basically a pick 'em. It's been toggling back and forth between one on both sides, and I think that's about right. I think this is about as coin flip of a game as you can see. And so a little bit of a lean towards the Bills, but no real firm side for me. I like the over. I like the Josh Allen over on the rushing yards as well. I kind of have a lean towards the under on his passing yards, but not something that I'm going to be playing. I also like the anytime score on Raheem Mostert. Again, guys, over here you can get the full written breakdown, and be sure and take advantage of this prop tool as well as you search for as you search for different props. You can see digs and all that. There's tons of different ways that you can go about betting this game, and it just pops up right there for you. And as always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Really do appreciate the support of the channel. Give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments how you're going to play the game. Also, if you want to take a part in a little fun contest for us, how about this? If you are a subscriber of the channel, which you will because you just hit that button, and then if you've already liked it, you can let us know what you think the exact score is going to be in the comment section below. So just put Bills 99, 49ers 97. If you get it exactly right, we will ship you an Amazon gift card. Already paid out some of those already. Again, this has to be in before the game kicks off. I'm sure you already know that. Appreciate you guys watching the video, guys, and good luck on all your videos. Good luck on all your bets, I should say, for the rest of Monday Night Football.